Final project. So I tried to put together what we did last, what we covered the last week on RAS and OMA ILO. This is the same. I made some fixes, some corrections. This is the same. I made some corrections. Here I put some examples. I was really not inspired. So if you have questions, if you want to discuss an example right now, just tell me and then I will add it. Okay? Sorry?
Rank, it's clear that the cards that OMA ILO had, but what do you mean with rank?
Ah, yeah, because last time I totally forgot to give a name to the rank. So for regular poker, it's easy. You say I have I card, and then the name of the highest card, the value of the highest card, determines the rank. For a pair, the actual number of the pair determines the ranks. For a straight, the highest card of the straight determines the rank. So in RAS, and especially in OMA ILO, you only care for the highest, so the worst. You don't go for the best, you go for the worst, and you want to have this worst card as low as possible. So a RAS 5 is the best possible hand. A 6, it's very, very good. A 7, it's pretty decent. 8, is, from 9 on, it's worthless. A pair in RAS, it's a complete disaster. So over here, I give a name to the hand. It's 10 because it's the worst one. Q, 6, that's a very good one. And over here, these are pairs. Does that make sense? Yeah. OMA ILO, I don't know if I made any changes here. Here I tried to give a few examples. Again, I was highly uninspired. So if you do have questions, just ask me and I will add it here. And in all of these examples, I just assume that flushes are not possible. Otherwise, I would have to specify the suit of every card, and I didn't want to do that. Is that clear?
Flushes do not count for high, and flushes are low. Is there any meaning? Flushes and low make no sense as well, right?
Flushes do count for the high, so they do not count for the low. Okay. Yeah. And I wrote that here somewhere. Maybe the one before, right? Straight and flushes do not count. No, wait, this is RAS. Okay.
But the law is according to the RAS rules.
Yeah, exactly. The law is according to the RAS rules. That's why. Maybe I should make it more clear. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the flushes do not count. I should maybe make it more clear. Okay, task for RAS. Sorry, maybe it's fast. Are there any questions here? Any other question? No? So, task number 1. There are 2 tasks, one on RAS and one on OMA ILO. Here is the scenario. It's you, and you are playing against 1 to 7 opponents. So minimum is you versus 1, max is 8 people, 8 players. Okay. The program needs to know how many opponents you have. Then you remember that you have 3 cards, 2 face down, 1 face up. Those 3 cards are your input because you have access to all of them. So your initial 3 cards, and then the opponent's initial face-up cards. If you have 5 opponents, you know each of the you know the face-up card of each of the opponents. So as input, you know 8 cards, 3 of yours and 5 opponents. If you only have 1 opponent, you know 4 cards, 3 of yours. Okay. What do you have to do? You have to determine the likelihood, the probability of having a RAS of rank X given those initial cards. And a RAS of rank X, over here, I do not count pairs or worse hands. I only count 5 different cards with the X as the worst one. So from 5 to a king. And you can determine this either analytically, so doing some combinatorics, stuff like that, or by running simulations. So the initial knowledge of the initial cards is an input. You have to, of course, from 3 cards, you have to go up to 7. So you have to simulate streets 4 to 7 to end up with 7 cards. And then out of these 7 cards, you choose the best one for RAS, and you want to determine how likely it is that you score a 5, or that you score a 6, or that you score a 7, and so on. And again, you can do it, you can compute this probability either exactly, no approximation made, or by running simulations. You can do it in C, MATLAB, or Mathematica. And yeah, you will come, if you have a laptop and you want, you will come with your laptop, you show me the code from out of your laptop. If you worked on the cluster, we'll connect from my computer to the cluster and you show me the code. Or if you want, you can send me the code ahead of time, but then we need to make sure that the code runs on my laptop. So this option, maybe I should grayed out. And I will give you some tests. So I will give you some starting hands, and I will tell you this opponent has this card, that opponent has this card, and I will ask you compute the probabilities. You will press enter and the probabilities come out.
So X is one of your 3 cards.
No, X is the rank of RAS. X is 5, 6, 7, see?
And why do we need to know about the other's hand? Just to deduce some probability of our own hand, or do we need
Where is it?
So, I mean, there's nothing like how much is the probability to win against the others or something.
Wait. I answer in the worst way, which is with a question. These are your cards. This is covered, nobody knows. So you have ace, 2, 3. You're playing against 4 opponents. So I don't draw the hidden cards because they're useless. And let's say that they have 5, 5, 5, 5. What is the probability that you score a 5?
0.
That's why you need to know the opponent's cards. It's correct. It is a 0. You got it? That kind of influences your winning chances. Well, let's say not winning chances. That kind of influences the probability that you can score a 5. Is that clear? Yeah.
Do you have to fix the count of the opponents, or will be also when those?
Say it again. Do you have to?
Do you have to fix when we're going to launch the
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. Yes. So this is what I mean by no. They're not random. The opponent's is an input. Opponent's initial face-up card, it's an input. Input is not random. This is determined. I'll give you the inputs, and you give me the probabilities. Notice that these things are redundant. 7 and the opponent's initial face-up cards. You could deduce 7. If I give you 7 initial face-up cards, you don't need to know that there are 7 opponents.
What do you mean by plain C code? Libraries are not allowed, or?
I mean, not C++ or C# or...
Yeah, but libraries are allowed as well.
Yeah. Libraries are allowed, macros are allowed. Here you can do whatever, as long as it's...
Python is allowed?
No, Python is not allowed. Okay, Python is not allowed.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
So we can choose the face down cards arbitrary.
Yes, if you want to, yes. Should I move on to the next slide?
I don't really understand what is the probability of scoring X.
All right, let's make it more clear. This is the startup scenario. This is your input. At this point, you need to run a simulation or determine what's going to happen at the end of the hand. So the game ends when you have 7 cards. So you have to deal up to 7 cards randomly. Out of these 7 cards, you have to choose the best 5. So you have to go down to 5. So you choose the best 5 according to the RAS rankings. And then you look at the worst one, and these might be a 5, 6, 7, king. In fact, it might be that the worst, it might be that the ranking is determined not just by 1, but by 2. Maybe you have a pair. So then there is also worse, which are pairs and stuff like that. And I want to know the probability that you score exactly 5, that you score a 6, that you score a 7, up to a king. Does that clarify?
The 3 face-up cards are always the 1, 2, and 3.
No. Those are inputs. Those are inputs.
We would like to know the probability to get what?
So we try again. Let's go to the RAS rule. RAS, you simulate, you start with some cards, maybe 3, 10, queen. Then you simulate, or you can compute this analytically. It doesn't have to be a simulation. You go up to 7, so you deal some random cards and you go up to 7. Okay, what is the RAS best hand that you can make out of these 7 cards? Here it is. This is the best possible RAS hand out of these 7 cards. And what is the value of that? It's T10, because that's the worst card. That uniquely determines how bad your rank or how good your rank is. So I want to know how likely it is that you end up with a 10 or with a queen or with a 5 or maybe with a 3. Can I end up with a 3? No, I cannot possibly end up with a 3. I can end up with 2 3s, but I do not ask you for the probability of pairs or things worse than pairs. I only ask you for straight, let's say, 5 different cards. Does that improve? A little bit better? Okay. More questions? Since I'm a nice guy, I actually help you and I give you some test cases so that you can test your program and have an idea of how you're doing. The first test case actually is not something that your program is required to support, because here you have no opponents, okay? So you only have your cards, and I tell you that if you want, so basically you are in a scenario where none of these cards is known. You only know your 3 cards, and I tell you that the probability to score a 5 it's blah, and the probability to score a 7 is blah. So you can test your implementation, your algorithm as it comes along. Test case 1 and 2, instead, they are actual scenarios. Here you have only one opponent, and he happens to have a 4. Over here you have 3 opponents, and they happen to have a 5, 5, and 6. And I give you a couple of probabilities. These are exact. Okay? Yes?
Why is there a difference between probability to score 5 and exactly 8?
You mean why I use exactly, or why the probabilities are different?
The word exact also interesting, but what do you mean exactly?
So, this is correct. This is because if in case somebody gets confused, you might say that this is, what rank is this? 7. Okay. Well, you could say that it's also an 8 because it's better than 8. Okay? So I mean that the rank is exactly a 7. It's precisely a 7. It's not. Also, you could say that, sorry, 4, 5, 6, this is 7 or better, right? So you could include this in rank 7 because it's even better than 7. And I don't want you to count this as a 7. It's the same story. So I mean, really, you only counting those whose worst card is a 7.
So the question is, the probability of exactly scoring is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the probability for 5 is the same as the probability for exactly 5. And
Yeah,
for
that's the.
other scores, it's different.
For all the other scores is different because the probability of scoring 7 or could be at worst 7. So it could be 6 plus, actually 5, 6, and 7. And I don't want you to compute the cumulative, just the exact 7. But actually this is only useful if you are a player. Probably you wouldn't have thought of that. Yes?
So test case 0 and test case 1, if the opponent doesn't have a 4 but for instance a queen,
Yeah.
the probability to score a 5 in both cases should be not equal but it should be quite equal.
It changes. It's not equal, it changes. Sorry, you and
Why the probability of 5 and 7 in test case 1 so differs?
okay, I can help you with this. It looks like we're not gonna run the challenge. I'll publish the results. Okay, probability to get to 5 means that in the remaining 4 cards, you must have a 4 and a 5 in whatever order, but you must have that. Okay, in order to get to a 7, you can have a 4, 7, you can have a 5, 7, you can have a 6, 7. Right? Actually, it's a little bit more than that. Can you find a bug already?
We have to consider suits because there are 4 possible 4s and 4 possible 7s that can be dealt.
Absolutely, yes. So there are 4 4s, 4 5s, and so on, sure. But so this is true. What I said here is true. What I'm saying here is not true. There is a bug in my reasoning. And this has to do with the exact 7.
Then we have to consider that we are dealt 7 cards and we have to choose the best 5. So there are 2 other cards that may be higher than 7, but they actually don't matter.
They do matter. They must be higher than 7, or they have to be the same. Because if over here I have a 5, I'm screwed. This is not going to be a 7 anymore. So if it's this and not 5 and not 6, otherwise it's not going to be an exact 7, and so on here and here. That's what exact 7 means. Okay, this part of the audience seems to follow. That part of the audience is more frowning. Ask questions, please. If you don't, I go to the difficult task. This is the easy one. Yes?
The cards, the better that the opponent gets cards as well.
What?
The opponent gets cards as well.
Yes?
So we have to consider that as well, right?
You decide. I don't want to solve the assignment. Are you ready for the tough one? Oma ILO. Write a program that answers the following. What are the best K, where K can be 2, 5, 20, the best K starting hands in Oma ILO? So basically is what is the corresponding of 4 aces for Oma ILO? Is 4 aces a good starting hand in Oma ILO? Is maybe something else a best starting hand? So, first of all, I want to make your life easier. I will not ask you to compute 2,000, the best 2,000. It's going to be order O of 10, so maybe 5, maybe 20, 30. It's not going to be too large. Once again, you can do it either analytically or by running simulations. Let me warn you, I don't know if this is actually doable easily analytically. This one I have done analytically and all of these numbers are exact. Okay? This one I have not, actually I have not tried, but it's pretty scary. If you go for simulations, you can use reasoning, some arguments to prune the search space, but you will have to defend your strategy. Now the question is how to define better end. And I came up with this definition, which should be of help for you guys. So let's say that you're, and I forgot to say, let's say that you're playing against one opponent to make life easier. And let's say that you play for $1. So you know that there might be a high or there might not be a high. If there is not a high, the dollar, sorry, low. There might be a low, there might not be a low. If there is no low, whoever wins the high wins the full dollar. Okay, if there is a low, now there is a winner for the high and the winner for the low. So you might win $1, 50 cents, or 0. And the objective is to determine the hand that maximizes your winning, regardless of whether there is high or low. It's not, I don't want to have two separate answers. If there is a high, the best hand, and if there is the low, the best hand. No, no. I want just one single question, answer, which consider, of course, both scenarios. So reminders, there is a high, there is not necessarily low. And here again, suits do not count for the low, but they do matter for the high. This is not so easy. And when I explain this, I'm not trying to tell you guys to follow this idea to simulate, okay? This is just to explain what a better hand means. If you want, you can try to follow this route, but this is not a constraint. It's just to give you an idea of what better hand means. And I should put down that I want to look at the best hand, assuming that you're competing only against one opponent. So let's make this easy. Yes, questions? No questions?
Yeah, I don't remember the starting hand in Romano high-low. Was it the same as in rest when you get the one?
I explain everything here.
Okay.
Starting hand is 4 cards, the board is 5 cards. Everything is explained.
So and we only have one opponent.
Yes, well, you really don't have any opponent, but what I'm trying to say is that you might wonder, is the best hand versus one opponent different than the best hand when I play versus 2, 3, 4 opponents? And probably the ranking doesn't change, but I don't want you to get confused with questions like this. So just assume that you are comparing one versus one hand, one versus one.
It should matter whether you have one or two opponents.
It shouldn't matter, but it might matter it might affect the complexity of your algorithm. It should, because you don't have any knowledge of the cards of your opponents.
So the hand cards are, well, okay.
Face down.
Yes, they're face down. So it doesn't really matter. But I don't want you guys to get confused with this. So just assume that you're playing against one. Now it's more like there is a uniform frown.
Well, I think the question is very clear, but the rules how to determine high-low.
Okay. So that's why I put some examples, and if you do have more examples that you are confused about, just tell me and I can add them here. So say it again. Are the
common cards part of the input?
there is no input.
Okay. So when you say you want the first K best hands,
Mm-hmm.
you want the configuration of hand and board.
No. Starting hands. Wait, is this clear?
But the
Starting hands. What?
well of the starting hand is depending on the board card.
Of course. That's where the simulation comes in place.
And the board cards are randomly.
Yeah, you don't know them.
Okay.
Somebody's gaining knowledge on that side. Yes.
One question about so what's I can imagine something for a generation of algorithm, but what do you do with analysis? What do you mean with analysis? So do you
Analysis means cost analysis.
computation complexity.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
This was better to be better for high and low both.
No, it's combined. Better means that in the end you win more. And this is the idea. What do you mean by winning more? I put down the idea here. It means that it gains you more money.
So we should take the winning that is
So,
closer to each other.
closer to each other. Whoa. No, I wouldn't say that. Let's say that you have I'm really helping you guys. Sorry?
For the maximum.
Okay.
I have a definition for this. I'm not rather mathematic. Can I tell you, then you tell me if it's correct or not?
Sure. Can I answer first? So to answer you, let's say that you have hand 1. It's just a starting hand, and you say, I think that king of hearts, king of spades, no spades, clubs, and queen of clubs, and jack of... I think that this is a fantastic starting hand. How do you determine that? Well, you run, let's say, 100,000 simulations, and you count how much money you win, and out of that you say, well, I won $14,027 with this hand. All right, now you have hand number 2. King of hearts, 2 of hearts, 3 of clubs, and 4 of spades. Gosh. Okay. You run the same 100,000, and now you end up winning $16,705. A2 is clearly better than H2 is better than H1, because on average it earns you more money than H1. Once again, this is just an idea for explaining to you what it means that H2 is better than H1. This is by no means the way that you should solve the problem, okay? If you want, you can try it, but I don't guarantee that this is the best way. In fact, it might be pretty lousy, but it explains the idea. So, you were?
Yeah, so it's basically the same, but you have to run not with arbitrary number, but all possible hands that are dealt for the formal definition, and then if calculating the chance for a low, if there are board hands that which forbid a low, I think. Because if there is only kings or so, there won't be any low.
This one will never win on a low.
Yes. So we have to, but if you have to calculate an opponent, because if there are only only high cards in the common hand, then there can't be a low. So that increases. So then it's good to have a high hand.
Yeah. I think you're getting there. Yes, these are. So why did I choose these cards? This hand here, for the high only, H1 is clearly better than H2 for the high. You can do straights, you can do flushes, you have pretty good starting cards. So for the eye, no comparison. For the low, well, this is worthless. You will never score a low. So you will never win any money with this. So every time there is a low, you know that at best you win $50. So clearly this is inferior. And when you combine the two together, I'm pretty sure, I'm absolutely certain that H2 is actually better than H1. This is a field that I cannot tell you if it's mathematically true, but knowing the game, I'm pretty sure that this globally is better than H1.
And we are supposed to calculate an exact solution.
No. I only want to know. I only want.
I mean, for this ordering.
Yes.
We must not use approximations. For let's say, I don't simulate all possible hands, but only 100,000.
I don't think you can simulate all possible hands. So it is an approximation. Maybe I should make it clear. I don't know if you can simulate all possible hands. I'm not sure.
How would we test it?
Sorry?
How would we test it?
I know the best hands. I can tell you.
Could you provide some test case like the 5 test?
No. If you want, you can start playing online, and you get a feeling for it.
On the website where you don't have to pay real money?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, maybe I should make clear that this is well, but it should be clear, guys. It's running a large number of simulations. So it's not an exhaustive. I don't know if you can compute it exactly exhaustively. I'm not sure. So I leave it up to you.
Parallelization is not okay?
Whatever you want, I'm perfectly fine. You're up to, it's all up to you. You're quiet today. What's happening?
Oh, just thinking, you told us we could parallelize it and run from the cluster.
Guys, if you do it, it's awesome. Then I will.
We could use the cluster, we could parallelize it. I mean, that's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Can we try to determine the winner? Well, unfortunately, you guys were really lousy, so I'm not sure if I can do it. It was not easy at all. Can you guys see? Okay. So I had prepared all my scripts here to compile, test automatically, and yeah, good luck with that and time. Let me just start with one. So compile compiles everything. And even this doesn't go through.
Can you just give me warnings?
Yeah, warnings are okay, but so warnings, this is more or less fine. Look at this, too many arguments for format. This is, and then there are these people, come on guys, seriously. Come on, seriously.
You explicitly allowed C99.
Yeah, that's okay, that's okay. So then there is more. There are some errors. Error, yeah, oh, it's always the same. No, there is more. So exactly, that's what we have to do. What was that? Compile. The problem is that now some compile, but not some others. But fortunately, the intersection works, so everybody has a .x. Okay, everybody has a .x. Some of you didn't submit to the C, only the LAPAC one, so you're automatically out. Then, what did I want to do? Then I wanted to test. Let me show you what a test is. Test is nothing too crazy. I take a name. Where is the mouse? Okay, I take a name, I run it with some problem size dash test. Then I put it into a MATLAB file. I compute the norm, what it should really be. Norm of the difference between the true solution and the computed solution. And then I run MATLAB. So nothing too crazy, this is easy. Let's start from the first one. I meant to do this automatically, but no, wait. So it's test. I think just the name. I don't remember. Did I attach the C? Yes. So that I could pass just the names, and then a problem size. Okay, I do this, and this automatically should call MATLAB and run it, but it doesn't work for some reason. So let's see what happens. So the M file is there, and this definition is not what MATLAB likes, at least not from command line. Then I attach that thing in the end. But if I do this, come on, and now I say book, here we go. And here is another problem. What is that? Why is it 10 to the minus 7? 10 to the minus 7 is that quantity that tells me that it's not too wrong, but it's not perfect, it's not correct. No, I know what it is. That is, that's right. So let's go back to this guy. Look how many digits they used. How can it be better than 10 to the minus 6 or 7 if you don't print more than 6 digits?
So, but didn't you say that when we do the single case, also you give like n equals 4, we have to print out the norm in the C program because we did all the error computation in the actual C program using the distr.
That's good, but what was the test for? So let's see. For test.
So
that's what I run, right?
Yeah.
And this creates the bullshit test, and this doesn't help me testing the result at all. So, and then ideally, I would just print out the norm for all of you guys and ditch the ones that have too large a number, but I cannot do that because there are these kind of numbers in between. So, and I should test each one of the, let's see, I think I tested a couple. Let's go to the second one. And you understand why I gave up. Seriously? Did you guys even try it? Yeah. So now so forget about testing, okay? Normally I would test each one of these, but forget about it. This is impossible. So next thing, let's try to time this thing. By the way, this is the first semester that it went so bad. All the other semesters I was able to run the tests, no problem. I don't know. If you guys end up in industry, the specs, these are important. I don't know why you ignore them so relentlessly. Okay, what do I do here?
One question. Have you checked that everyone uses an appropriate timer?
No, I didn't check anything. You're absolutely right. I didn't check anything, but you'll see that people print out nonce as a time. Actually, people don't print the time. This is also interesting. Okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to do here? So for each dot x, let's just print. Okay, this doesn't do anything. I will just pass a number and I will run all of the programs for that problem size. So this is the simplest case, right? Time. This is going to be a good test just to see who crashes and what works. And this is brutal. So nothing, no timing. Okay, let's say that this is very fast. Segfault, interesting. Okay, this is fast. Not a number. God knows what you guys were doing there. So this is fast. Look at no number here, as in no timing at all. Yeah, not a number. Okay. Darcy, nothing, doesn't print anything. How am I supposed to run a comparison?
I'm sorry, the task asks us to return a number
As opposed to what?
Then the task asks us to return a number as opposed to actually printing a number.
Ah, that's what you're doing? Oh, I really didn't get that. Did I? Okay, that might explain it. Look at that. You're absolutely right. Aha, returns the computation time. Now I see. Ah, not prints, returns. Okay, I get it. Thanks for pointing this out. So, but if you remember, there was a second way of timing. I was asking you if if I pass 4 arguments, left, step, right, 1, that creates a nice, no, that was a 0. With 1 creates 2 nice vectors that I can then plot all together in MATLAB. So I created my script. I was creating my script. I go over all of your executables. I run each one of them. You guys all create different vectors, and then I take MATLAB and plot everything together. That's beautiful. I've done it other semesters. Didn't work for you. Perf. Let's see, how am I supposed to invoke this? Okay, I think it's perf any executable. Nice. It really did what it was supposed to do. Looks nice, except for some seg faults, but so at this point, I should have a file, results.m, that I can simply plot in MATLAB. Okay, we start off first results. Whose ticks are these? Didn't we have to create name ticks, name time? So whose ticks are these? Okay, it's gone, no idea. And now we have a bunch of nonce, because these guys are nasty. But look at what comes next. These guys are really nasty. Look. Did you really test your program?
So it runs perfectly fine.
Yeah, something is wrong.
Something is definitely wrong.
Cluster, it runs fine
Yeah.
on this machine.
On my machine, on his machine, and
Yeah.
on the cluster.
And something
Let's say 32-bit machine, did you check that? Because
I don't know.
Well-
I can show you right away.
Well, wait. We're going to repeat the whole process on this laptop, which is a 64 bits. So, At this point, I gave up. That's when I gave up. There is more of this. Notice that even though you're supposed to define ticks, and I had given up. I'm not saying that I was brave enough to get here, but even if I had gotten here, now we have plots in the middle of those backs. So I promise it's the first time that this happens. So now we have to figure out a way of determining the winner. Let's try to open a different shell. No, I like it blue. Okay, let's try to do it here. So, Emacs, here. Compile. So we have to do it in 2 runs, same story as before. Compile, why doesn't it compile? Why doesn't it compile? Ah, I see. Seriously? Come on. And this. Okay, so every C should have a corresponding X. CX, 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 CX. Yes, CX, CX, yes. Okay. Then we can try the no, what was that? Time? It was the time, yes.
Oh look, no, I'm taking time again.
So these guys still no time. Still no time out of this. Still no time out of this guy. There is no seg fault, is there? And now, do I have perf here? I don't have perf, so I have to. Yes. Yeah, I said it.
I couldn't get anything older than 4.4.
So how do I do CP?
It's a pre-release compiler you're using on the 4.1 version. Maybe that's why nothing works anymore.
Pre-release, I see. Then works. There is an X. Why doesn't it find it? Why wouldn't it find it? Ah, once again, same story as before. Why? Come on, seriously?
Which is good because you have to write the TSCH.
I have to write what?
The second word is right too.
Thanks. So let's go back. Should I pass a number?
It wants a temp directory.
Oh yeah, it wants temp directory. That's right. All right. So now we tried on a different compiler and everything. Let's see what came out. Oh, it's really different, huh?
It is. There are no nuns. Nowhere. Well.
So I am not sure. But this is really long. It's actually 1.5 megabytes.
Emacs is a good operating system.
So it's num. Who is num? Oh. Okay. Does it do it on your? I mean, do you do it intentionally to print out the matrix, or these all? Where is it? Num ticks. Do you do all of these matrix Y and stuff? Is that intentional, or it's a compiler thing? And Zoo seemed to be doing the exact same thing. Zoo, sorry. Okay, we need to solve this problem. So we need to remove some guys, or we need to go inside some code and fix it. Can you guys help me to fix this quickly, or I kill?
It depends on the code.
Or I kill you?
So I assume that instead of printing ticks and whatever, they are directly passing the matrix. So you can comment out that fprintf statement.
Probably. It depends. So you said one is Zoo. No, it is an fprintf. So, guys, guide me. What do? I kill this?
The lines below, there's two for loops when the B and Y.
Oh, notice how I'm commenting in math.
Ja, aber das hat geoutet wahrscheinlich.
Either way, it doesn't look like they're printing out ticks and time.
I guess condition is another name for argc.
This is not looking good.
Where does condition come from?
You should ask the...
You can search for it.
They might have stored it in a variable using A2I.
I suppose condition is argc.
So it's just the value.
So if argc is 2, condition is 1.
Okay, if we want to move on, I think we kill these two guys. One and Sorry, guys. You're gone. Okay, let's try again. Let's see what comes out. But we still have plots and stuff in the middle.
I have plots and I know how to fix them. I just inverted the parameters of what it prints out the plots for p equals 1 and 0.
So you are back.
Yeah, there are two files. But there you only have to put a not where there's some line if p, and then it prints out the plotting stuff, and you just have to put a not before the p. If p. Yeah, back. Just put a not in front of p and it's fixed.
That's it?
Yes, in both files.
Here? No. Here.
Recompile?
That's a good point. Damn it. Damn it. If I recompile, damn.
Just remove
Just call GCC. Okay.
Let me
okay.
let me be more drastic and now. Oh, actually, I should do the following.
And you should remove the user in the first line.
Why?
Because otherwise you will moan about how it doesn't have T-shell again.
Oh, you mean here? Yes. Okay, are we good? We try perf. What was that? That. Let's see what happens here. Oh, so actually somebody didn't work. We lost somebody. Book, well, why don't we have them? Why don't we have you? I am not sure. Ah, probably because in my script, I see. Because in my script, what do I do? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why there is not your results. Oh, look at this. This is maybe you guys are down here. So I guess what I can do is, first of all, we see that Rafalski, Stengele, they are losers already. This is clear, right?
These are CPU ticks, not seconds.
Come on.
For the first version, you said return the time, and the main function was only return integer values, so return CPU ticks. And so we also use CPU ticks for this.
Okay.
CPU ticks for holosumming. The main function can't return floating point numbers.
Yeah. So I guess we keep them, but I don't know how to. Is there anyone we can kill already? Not. If I remove, boom, somebody died. Very good. Seg false, look at that. Very good.
How much is the matrix?
400. Okay, guys, so Boo is clearly dead, right? So you guys are dead. It's only fair. Then, who's dying down here? Roll. Okay, let's try. Let's see if we have more. Sag false. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah. I was expecting nice pretty plots, but it's not gonna happen. 0.04, 0.05, looks like Xayah could go. This is definitely faster. I don't really know what to do with this right now.
Why don't you give us a large music, say 4,000?
Because some could explode.
That would hurry up the whole thing.
Ta-da. Times. Okay, looks like maybe this Shamel should die.
Why that?
Because
3 times faster than most people.
You just picked out too many digits.
We should die.
really 0.04, and here there is.
Have like 0.05,
Ah.
6 or 8 or...
Okay, so we should kill. Yeah. So let's kill these top 2 guys, or maybe we can try a little bit.
Can you try with larger numbers?
Yeah. I think the differences are not that significant.
I agree. I'm worried.
Why do you do just one?
And actually, let's do it on the laptop, the other laptop as well. So, Buch, they're gone. Nam, Zel, who else should go? Just them so far? No, Rolle.
Just do mine.
Okay. Oh no, we didn't fix the guy here.
You're done.
Nice. If there is no FP here.
Because I have 2 algorithms, and the benchmarkings on my laptop and desktop were not very conclusive.
Okay, at this point we need to recompile. Okay, good. And why we do that? We look at the results here. 0.6, 0.8, 0.4. Okay, clearly these top two guys are gone. Chan, Xaya.
I think we should, just in case if there's a winner, we should check if the winner is highly correct.
Yeah, I know. You're correct. You're right. 0.48. Here is another one. Schulte, Lubisch, they're gone too. And Bax is gone. Yeah, can I kill Bax?
When you fix others' code from the others, would you take some code from someone being late?
Meaning?
I just sent you an email.
So Bax. Actually, I should include myself in here.
That'll be fun.
You can kill me too, I'm the one below back.
Oh yeah? This guy here?
This one.
You know for sure?
Yeah.
So, where are you, Rakwitz? Now, who is left? Because some of these people we don't know. Shamol is still competing. Who is Darcy here? We don't have Darcy. We don't have Darcy. Is Darcy producing? Oh, Darcy is not producing anything. Oh yeah, it is producing.
I was also using some optics as well.
It's a little bit empty. Sorry? Oh, you're still returning on the standard out. So we can remove Darcy. What did you say?
I was supposed to only returning, but for that, I wanted to return to the past. So I guess you can
Then Jan, let's see, Jan Jopic. Well, let's just rerun with these fewer people. Oh man, see what happens here? Oh man. Because this is a laptop from 2006. That's why it's so slow.
But I think you will see different results.
Maybe. That's why I'm doing it. Guys, if somebody wants to leave, feel free.
So you intend to continue this and not postponing it until to the next lesson?
There is no next lecture. This is the end of it. 0.6, 0.4. I really wish. Can anybody do some math and divide this number?
Can you just edit the code to divide by?
I don't know by how much. That's the thing.
I think it's
Clocks underscore per underscore second.
Okay.
Per second, it's not only a clock per second.
If you're not sure what the define is, you would just open one of those that do the same thing.
Where is it? Where is it? Not here. Not here. Yeah, no. But where is the printf? This one. This one.
You should cast to double.
It's clocks per second.
Is it good enough?
And remove this int. Carl.
In front of text.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting
The
the.
same thing for the next line. Okay.
Percent G.
G, right?
Yeah.
The second printer. You're printing ticks I again? I guess
Yes.
this was something else before.
This is okay. That works.
No, this is the last line.
No,
so
it was I. It was I. It's okay.
Okay. Raffle. How are we doing here? Not very well. So basically I can increase a little bit, right?
Maybe just one value, not in whole range.
Maybe 3,000 to 4,000.
Or maybe step 10,000,
Step of 1,000? No.
500.
Why?
200 is
So we
fine,
do-
it's just 5.
Not compiled.
That was fast.
Yeah. Ah. And over here, we're still. Wait, is competing?
He's sure.
Self-confident, huh? Producing plots, producing vectors. Okay.
Do you actually have an idea where the number come from? Or could
No.
come from?
No, actually not.
There is a pre-release compiler on there, and I'm guessing that dividing by clocks per second on this machine divides by 0. Or something like that.
That might be a problem.
Yes. That was the only division by something that I'm doing that could somehow get me another number.
Yeah, you should also divide by, I think it's B or L, no L, somewhere in the code.
No.
But not my type.
True.
I would be really fast though. If I could divide.
No. You divide by 0. On some notations, there's a term
No, you only divide by the diagonals, and the diagonals must not be 0. Because otherwise, the triangular matrix would be singular.
Die Konstruktion ist doch so gesetzt, dass es nicht vorgelesen sein kann, weil der N Diagonalaktiv ist.
I'm getting the feeling that it wasn't really worth the time editing that.
Think you're gonna win easy?
No.
I think I'm gonna stop this. Let's try something more approachable. Of course, we should also check if anybody's cheating and is using more than one. No. Nobody's cheating. If anybody's cheating and is using more than one core. But
Get it? I'm single core vectorization already.
Oh, Shemo.
I removed that. I asked and I wasn't allowed. I know.
Shemo. Okay, so here we go. 2 seconds. This is clearly better. Jopic, oh man, awesome. We can kill a lot of people. So Chen Krupp are gone and Yain Jopic are gone for now. Yeah, this is my laptop upstairs.
So why are you killing people on this mission and not on the other one? Because clearly it works on the other one.
1 sec. Now we kill everybody. Farshad, these guys are fast, assuming they're computing the right thing. Schulte, Lubitsch, they're gone.
But clearly this NAM is due to clocks per second.
Yeah, I know. Schulte. Okay, guys, here there is a lot of nuns. Shamol is dead here.
If you want to, you can compile it with more exact timing.
So, Farshad is 433. Yain 3.5, 3.9. I did recompile. I can say, so for now we can kill Farshad for sure. 3-5. I think the finalists is Shemel for sure, and then let's see if this is Rafalski or not. So we can kill everybody else. Yain, wait, Yain. Yeah, but it's not as fast as this, so we can remove it. Then Far gone. Who's left? Okay, Rafalski. Sag fault. Ah, Xaya. Rafalski backspecs. And we have to fix. We have to do the same fix again. What was the file name? Guys, I need to. I can't remember. Oh, no. Was it Rafalski Stengele? I have to divide by. Bye bye. Clocks per, what was that? Second? Sec? Yeah.
In den Timespec ist, dass du dafür NRT einbilden musst, den RT.
Nicht Timespec.
Is Darcy still alive here?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the return without time t.
No, Darcy is not alive, right?
Just return without time t. Der Leute halt
Okay, I think we have the. We can see the final results here. Come on. Reload. And there is no way we still get these things. I have no idea why. Rafalski Stengele looks like. Why is this happening?
That's a good question.
Can you try taking the double S in front of ticks? Because that's what I did in my code.
Here?
Should make a difference. Really odd.
Why would that make a difference?
I don't know, but that's
Is there another location where they print ticks?
Yeah, there must be another location.
Damn, you're performing that bad.
Maybe.
I want to run on M20,000.
Sorry, that's the one. Okay, this.
I want a comparison run between Chevel and Jobbik on M20,000. Maybe on the cluster, just taking about 1 minute each.
We take 45 minutes.
Yeah. For 20,000 you take 45 seconds, or you're taking 100 seconds, that's not fast enough.
And the whole idea is to compute the large matrix size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the whole idea is to go for fast computation as long as anybody else is
Okay, and change this line after the code, right? Yeah.
Not that these matter, but let's do it. So this is your last chance, okay? And here, what do we have here? 0.1, 0.9, 0.6. Anyone else? 0.0. Okay, this is 10 times faster. And this is... so I think this is still faster, right? Look. This is 0.40. Yeah, so Bax here is the winner. So on the old laptop, we have a winner. And now let's see.
Did I have different timing for my two versions?
Did you have? No, not really. Yeah, here, yes.
Maybe I messed up with file then. There is one define that changes the behavior of the code. Maybe I messed that up before I sent it to the code.
Well, you got pretty lucky here. Everybody else died. They were printing nothing.
I compiled with minus pedantic.
Aha. So next year I will make more clear which compiler to use. Which version to use. Have you guys compared against BLAS?
Yes, no, we are faster.
Yeah?
Against which blast? I don't know. With standard plus and no surprise.
No. Of course. I mean, Goat or MKL.
Or Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas is not so good.
They're using vectorization.
Yeah, okay. Obviously.
Atlas isn't that good?
Alright, guys. This is really it.
Well, at least if you're running a recent Intel. Otherwise, it won't.
2.9. You would be gone long ago. So congratulations.
Can you run the Sherman code and our code on n equals 20,000 watts?
I'd be careful that it is at least
20,000, no chance.
So they don't do it on the cluster where you don't.
I cannot run 20,000 here.
On the PC.
I cannot run on the cluster. Okay guys, it was fun. Thanks for attending and see you for the exam.